Okay, so are you ready to dive into these Oscar nominations? I feel like every year I think, oh, this is going to be a weird year.
Yeah.
And then it's like,
It's
which one
not.
is 10? Like, this one is really weird.
Yeah.
So you're prepping for your Oscars party,
Right.
and you need to know what's going on
Yes.
to impress all your friends.
Yes.
But it's a lot.
It is a lot.
There's a lot to unpack here.
It is. A lot of surprises.
And this isn't just like, here are the nominees moving on. We're going deep. Like,
Yeah.
what are the trends that are happening here?
Yeah.
Like 11 nominations for Emilia Pérez, a non-English film.
Right. Why? Yeah. That's unheard of. It's a really good film.
And then like Anora the Brutalist. These are art house films.
Yeah, more art.
Blockbusters.
Yeah. It seems like the Academy is really developing a taste for these international films, films that challenge conventions. I mean, Emilia Pérez being the first non-English language film to receive 11 nominations. I mean, that's huge.
And I'm wondering, does this have to do with the Academy diversifying its membership?
Absolutely.
Because they've been bringing in more international voices.
A lot more filmmakers from all over the world. Yep.
So does that impact, like,
I think so.
the types of films they're choosing to recognize?
Absolutely. They're looking at a wider range of stories, a wider range of perspectives, and yeah. And Emilia Pérez is a great example of that.
It reminds me of Parasite.
Yes.
That was 2020.
Yep.
That swept the Oscar.
International film, captivated audiences, yeah.
Another international film that completely captivated audiences.
Yeah.
And, you know, Parasite, Emilia Pérez, also Anora, all darlings of the Cannes Film Festival.
That's right. It seems like Cannes is becoming a very significant platform for a lot of these films, international films, art house films, to really gain some recognition.
So is Cannes the new cool kids table?
Maybe.
And the Oscars are just now catching on?
Perhaps. But I think it also speaks to this criticism that the Academy has gotten in the past for being too Hollywood-centric.
It's almost like they're making a statement. Like, we're listening.
Yeah.
You're evolving. We're ready to see.
Embrace a more global perspective?
More of a global perspective.
Yeah, I think so.
And this ties into, like, the popularity of art house films that we're seeing in the nominations, too.
Yeah.
Because, like, Anora and The Brutalist,
right.
Those are, like, complex narratives.
Yeah, artistic approaches. They're
artistic approaches.
It's not.
They're about your typical Oscar bait.
Typical Oscar bait.
Right.
And it feels like the Academy is looking for more than just entertainment value now. They want films that push boundaries.
I think so.
Challenge conventions. Offer a unique cinematic experience.
Yeah.
Substance.
That's it. And that could also be a result of the changing landscape of the film industry in general, right?
Right.
I mean, with these streaming services, people have access to so many different films. Yeah.
And their tastes, you know, are becoming a lot more sophisticated, and they're demanding more.
So the Academy is just trying to keep up with the times.
In a way, yes. Trying to stay relevant, reflect the evolving taste of, well, film lovers worldwide.
Okay, so before we get too deep into, like, the implications of all of this, let's talk about the big one, Best Picture.
Okay.
This year feels really unpredictable.
You're not wrong.
Anora, directed by Sean Baker. I feel like that was the front runner. Right?
Oh, initially, yeah.
They won the DGA, the PGA.
That's right.
Those are usually good indicators of
they usually are.
Predictors of Oscar success.
Well, win, right.
Yeah.
But then Conclave came out of nowhere and won the BAFTAs and the SAG Awards.
That's right.
And why are those considered so important in the Oscar race?
Well, the BAFTAs, that's the British Academy of Film and Television Awards. It's a big voting body. And a win there usually means the film has broad appeal. And SAG Awards, that's the actors.
The actors themselves, yeah.
So Conclave, winning Outstanding Performance by a Cast, that means that they love that film.
A lot of the actors are also in the Academy, so that bodes well.
So Conclave has the industry buzz.
All right.
Anora has the critics on its side.
Yeah, it's going to be close. And then we can't forget about The Brutalist. So visually stunning, ambitious, a complete unknown. I mean, Timothée Chalamet becoming Bob Dylan.
Oh.
Amazing. And then, of course, we've already talked about Emilia Pérez breaking all kinds of records.
And Dune, Part 2. Everybody loves Dune.
The sci-fi epic.
The substance, Demi Moore.
Yes.
With a really buzzworthy performance.
Uh-huh. Oh, and I'm Still Here, Nickel Boys. I mean, there's something for everyone.
So it's anybody's game, really.
Yeah.
But you know me, I can't resist a good acting showdown.
Oh. What are some of the standout performances we should be paying attention to?
Well, for Best Actor, All eyes are on Timothée Chalamet playing Bob Dylan in A Complete Unknown.
Okay.
He just disappeared into that role. The buzz is incredible. Yeah, he's got a big fan base that would love to see him win. But he's up against Adrien Brody in The Brutalist, also getting some buzz, and Coleman Domingo in Sing Sing.
Yes, his performance is being hailed as career-defining.
So he's got some stiff competition.
He does. And then in Best Actress, we have Demi Moore making a comeback in The Substance.
Yeah.
Her performance is being described as raw, vulnerable, completely transformative.
And critics are raving. I mean, this could be her year.
It could be.
She's a Hollywood icon.
She is. Don't forget, she's got Cynthia Erivo in Wicked. She's a powerhouse. And Karla Sofía Gascón in Emilia Pérez is also generating a lot of buzz.
Okay, so another tough one.
It is a tough one, yeah.
Best Supporting Actor.
Well, Kieran Culkin, he's basically running away with the prize for his role in A Real Pain. He's already won a Golden Globe, a Critics' Choice Award, and a BAFTA.
Why is everybody loving his performance so much?
Well, he's got this ability to blend humor and this pathos so seamlessly. His character's flawed, but you just root for him.
Yeah, he's definitely one to watch on Oscar night. And Best Supporting Actress, what are we thinking?
Zoe Saldana. Looks like she's poised to win for Emilia Pérez. She's also got a Golden Globe, a Critics' Choice, and a BAFTA. Talk about a winning streak.
So it seems like Emilia Pérez is the film to beat this year, but anything can happen.
Absolutely anything can happen at the Oscars.
Especially this year. And you know what that means?
Snubs.
Snubs. Okay, talk about the snubs. There's always a few
Every year.
that leave us scratching our heads.
Yeah, it's impossible to recognize every deserving performance, but there are some choices that leave us wondering.
Starting with Selena Gomez in Emilia Pérez.
That's a big one.
I know.
11 nominations for the film.
How did she not get nominated?
I know, it's a head-scratcher. I mean, people loved her performance. She got critical acclaim. Maybe her role was seen as more supportive.
It's a very competitive category.
Very competitive.
And then another snub that has everyone talking, Challengers,
Right.
starring Zendaya. 0 nominations. What happened?
I don't know. I mean, it got a lot of positive buzz from the festivals. Zendaya is a huge star.
Yeah.
Maybe the Academy didn't connect with the film or the style of it.
That just goes to show that there are no guarantees.
No guarantees.
Even with all the hype.
Nope.
And then this one is really surprising. The Piano Lesson.
Yeah.
Such a prestigious source material.
Big stars.
Star-studded cast. What happened?
Some people are saying that the Academy has a bias toward original screenplays.
Oh. So even with brilliant source material,
Could be.
amazing performances,
It's a possibility.
you're at a disadvantage if you're an adaptation.
It's possible.
Okay, well, let's not dwell on the snubs too long. We still have a lot to celebrate. The big night's almost here.
It is. It is. And you know what that means.
Predictions.
Yes, predictions. We've got to put on our prognosticator hats
I know.
and take a guess at what's going to happen.
I love it.
Look into the future.
Okay, but before we do that,
Right.
we need to make sure everybody listening knows when and where to watch.
Absolutely.
Sunday, March 2nd, 2025.
Mark your calendars.
Mark your calendars. 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific.
Live from the Dolby Theater.
Live from the Dolby Theater in Hollywood.
Don't miss it.
You can watch it on ABC, or for the first time ever, you can stream it live on Hulu.
Oh, nice.
And your host this year
Yes.
is none other than Conan O'Brien.
The one and only.
Get ready for some laughs.
Yeah, he's going to be great.
And make sure you tune in early for the red carpet.
Oh, yeah.
6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific
Yes.
to see all the fashion,
Yes, love it.
all the glamour.
Can't wait.
And let's not forget the performances.
Oh, yeah, the performance.
We have a musical tribute to the legendary Quincy Jones featuring the one and only Queen Latifah.
It's about time.
It's about time he gets his due.
Yeah.
And for all you James Bond fans out there,
Oh, yes.
there's going to be a celebration of the iconic music from the franchise,
I love it.
honoring producers Barbara Broccoli and Michael G. Wilson.
Oh, those themes. So good.
I'm already hearing Goldfinger in my head.
Yeah.
And of course, we've got a ton of presenters. This year's lineup is star-studded
It is.
and full of surprises.
Can't wait.
So, are you ready to make some predictions?
Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready.
But that's a conversation for part 2.
Stay tuned, folks.
All right, so we're back, and you know what that means.
Predictions.
Predictions.
Yes.
But before we do that,
Okay.
I want to go back to something we were talking about earlier. Do you think all of this, like the international films and art house films getting more recognition, do you think it's like a lasting change?
That's the question, isn't it? Is it here to stay? Or is it just a trend? It's hard to say.
Hmm.
But this push for more diverse stories, I don't think that's going away anytime soon.
Yeah.
Audiences want it.
Right.
And the industry, well, they're starting to get the message. Look at how successful the streaming services have been.
What do the streaming services have to do with it?
I think they've been a big part of this because they've given these filmmakers a global platform, one they didn't have before.
Yeah.
So it's broken down those geographical barriers, right? Exposed audiences to all these different kinds of films. And now people are appreciating different cultures and different languages, different ways of telling stories.
So they've become kind of like accidental champions of diversity in cinema.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not just international films either. We're seeing more stories about marginalized communities, more films directed by women, by people of color.
Right, exactly.
So is this a sign that Hollywood is finally starting to reflect the world we live in?
It's a start, but we still got a long way to go because we need to see more diversity behind the scenes too. In the writers' rooms, in those executive positions.
Yeah, it's about who's telling the stories. Just as much as the stories themselves, right?
Absolutely. And that's where I think the Academy can make a difference. By recognizing and rewarding diverse talent, it helps create an industry that's more inclusive.
Okay, I'm getting all fired up now.
Me too.
But okay, we got to get to the predictions.
Right, predictions.
Tell me, who do you think is going to win?
Best Picture, it's a tough one. It's Anora versus Conclave, but I think I'm leaning toward Conclave.
Really? But Anora won the DGA and the PGA. Those are usually pretty reliable, right?
Yeah, they are. But Conclave took home the BAFTA and the SAG Award for Outstanding Performance by a Cast. And that, that suggests it really connects with voters on an emotional level.
Conclave definitely has that epic feel, that the Academy loves.
Right.
But Anora is just... it's so visually stunning, and the story is so unique. And Sean Baker, he's like what do they call it, a director's director?
Yeah, he's got a very distinct vision. And the Academy, they like to recognize those auteurs, but I still think Conclave has that momentum going into the ceremony.
Okay, so what about Best Director?
Even tougher. Because you've got Sean Baker, who won at the DGA Awards, and that often means an Oscar win. The Brady Corbett's direction in The Brutalist is so visually striking.
Oh, the cinematography in The Brutalist was unbelievable. It was like every frame was a painting, and the way he uses architecture, like to show the characters' inner lives, it was just brilliant.
He's really good at setting a mood. And the Academy has been known to go for a director who pushes boundaries. Like, remember when they gave it to Alfonso Cuarón for Roma, black and white, Spanish language film?
That's true. So maybe Corbett has a chance. But I'm still sticking with my gut, and I'm saying Sean Baker for Anora.
Okay.
What about Best Actor?
Best Actor. I mean, I think it's safe to say that Timothée Chalamet's got this one for a complete unknown.
I mean, he became Bob Dylan.
He did.
It was incredible. I think his fans are already celebrating.
But he's up against some stiff competition. Adrien Brody in The Brutalist, Colman Domingo in Sing Sing. They're both generating some serious buzz.
I still think Chalamet will probably take it home. Okay, Best Actress, that one's killing me.
Yeah.
My heart wants Demi Moore to win for The Substance.
It does feel like a comeback year for her, and the Academy loves a good comeback story.
But Cynthia Erivo in Wicked, she's amazing.
Oh, she's a powerhouse, yeah.
And the buzz is really building around her.
It is. And Karla Sofía Gascón in Emilia Pérez, her performance is just, I don't know, she brings this depth to the role that's really mesmerizing.
So that one we'll have to wait and see.
We'll see, yeah.
Best Supporting Actor, though, I think we can all agree. It's Kieran Culkin for A Real Pain.
Yeah, he's got to be the front runner. The way he blends humor and pathos, he just steals every scene he's in. I mean, he's swept all the other awards.
Yeah, he's amazing. And Best Supporting Actress?
I'm going with Zoe Saldana for Emilia Pérez.
I agree.
She's been winning everything. And that performance, it's so nuanced, so moving.
So there you have it, folks, our predictions for the major categories.
But remember, it's all speculation. That's the fun of it. You never know what's going to happen.
And, beyond the predictions, the wins and losses, what I'm really interested in is seeing how all these trends we've been talking about, how they continue to shape Hollywood.
Yeah, will we see even more international films?
Yeah.
Will art house films become more mainstream? Will Hollywood actually become more inclusive?
I guess we'll have to wait and see. But for now, I'm just going to sit back and enjoy the show.
Me too, me too.
But we want to hear from you too. What are your predictions? What are you most excited about? We'll save that conversation for part 3 of our Oscars Deep Dive. So stay tuned. All right, we're back for the final act of our Oscar Deep Dive.
Here we are.
We've analyzed the nominations, We debated the snubs. We made our predictions.
Yep.
Now I want to talk about the ceremony itself.
Okay.
What are you most looking forward to? Besides, seeing if our predictions were right.
Well, I always love watching the speeches.
Yeah.
It's like a window into these artists' minds.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're so personal. Sometimes they're like calls to action.
Right.
It just adds another dimension to the whole thing.
Like when Bong Joon-ho won Best Director for Parasite.
Oh, yeah.
His speech was so humble, so insightful. And his message about, overcoming barriers through cinema.
It resonated with everyone.
It really did. And who could forget Frances McDormand's speech when she won for 3 Billboards?
Oh, yeah.
That call for inclusion writers.
So powerful.
It was a moment. It was bigger than just the award itself,
Absolutely. It sparked a conversation.
It did.
And those are the moments I live for, It reminds us that the Oscars are more than just like a glitzy event. It's a platform for artists to share their passions.
And this year, with so many international nominees, so many films tackling these complex social issues,
it's going to be interesting.
I'm really curious to hear what people had to say.
Me too.
It feels like we're at this turning point in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Things are becoming more inclusive, more diverse, more global.
It's an exciting time to be a film fan.
And speaking of exciting, what about Conan O'Brien hosting?
Oh, yeah. What do you think with that?
Do you think his comedic style will work for the Oscars?
I think he'll be great. He's quick. He's witty.
Yeah.
He knows how to connect with people.
And he loves movies.
He does.
I think he'll bring a lot of energy
Yeah.
and enthusiasm.
I think he'll be good. He'll keep it fun, but he'll also be respectful.
Right. You need that balance.
Definitely. Oh, and the musical performances.
Yes. The Quincy Jones tribute.
Yes. Queen Latifah.
I love Queen Latifah.
I mean, the man's a legend.
He is a legend.
That's going to be amazing.
And, of course, the James Bond celebration.
Oh, yeah. All those classic themes.
So good.
I mean, movie scores are so powerful. They can take you right back to a moment.
They can.
I can't wait. I'm already picturing myself on the red carpet.
Oh, the red carpet.
Look at all the fashion.
What do you think the big trends are going to be this year?
Well, with all the talk about sustainability,
Yeah.
I bet we'll see a lot of vintage gowns.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Or like eco-friendly designs.
That'd be awesome.
And some people will always push the envelope.
Oh, yeah.
Bold colors, crazy silhouettes,
Yeah.
accessories.
The red carpet is like a fashion show.
It is. It's going to be fun to see what risks people take.
I know. Who are you hoping to see make a grand entrance?
I always love the people who bring their own personal style.
Yeah.
Like Zendaya.
Wow, she always looks amazing.
She's a style icon. And Timothée Chalamet.
Oh, yeah, he always looks so cool.
I know, he's got that effortless style.
Yeah.
It's going to be good.
Okay, I think we've covered everything.
I think so.
Nominations, snubs, predictions, ceremony details.
Performances, fashion.
Performances, fashion.
Whew, I'm exhausted.
That's a lot.
It is, but that's what makes the Oscars so great.
Yeah, it's a celebration of cinema.
Oh, the artistry, the glamour.
And it's more than just the glitz and the glamour.
It is. It's about the power of stories.
Yeah.
To connect us, to make us think, to take us to other worlds.
So as you're watching the ceremony,
Yeah.
keep those conversations going.
Yes.
Debate the nominees.
Share your favorite moments.
And just appreciate the power of film,
Yes.
to inspire us.
Be connected.
To connect us. That's what it's all about.
It is.
Thanks for joining us on this Oscar deep dive.
Yeah, this was fun.
And happy viewing, everyone.